conference. Syed Zafar Islam, national spokesperson of the BJP with us, Swapan Das Gupta, former Rajya Sabha MP and senior journalist with us, and Tausif Khan, advocate and political analyst also with us. Namaste and Jai Hind. Swapan ji, your thoughts on the Prime Minister's interview, the roadshow and how Bengal is shaping up. You spent some time there, so let's get a sense from you.
Well, I didn't hear the interview, unfortunately, and I didn't. But I can sort of deduce what he said. But I think what's very important, and I thought it was very significant, is that there were two rallies. Firstly, the rally in Ashoknagar, where he touched upon this thing about women and the insecurity which is faced by women, and gave a lot of importance to Rekha Patra, the candidate for Sandesh Kali. That was one aspect of it. But I think the road show in North Calcutta, it was held, I think Pallavi got it a little wrong. It was held in places like Bagh Bazaar, Sham Bazaar, etc., which is really the heartland of old Bengali Calcutta. You know, that was the traditional ancestral house of Swami Vivekanand. That was where Sharoda Ma, you used to see, was there. So there, it's a lot of associations, Bengali associations which are linked with that area. And for the first time, we saw that the response of the people, and Pallavi was absolutely right in saying that was an organic crowd. And it was a crowd of people who basically are yearning for some difference. And there was a certain cultural barrier which was there, which greeted the BJP in the past. And that cultural barrier which was exploited by Mamata Banerjee into suggesting that these people are Bohiragato, they are outside. And I think one of the major achievements to today of Narendra Modi's roadshow was that he very, very successfully broke that. It was he alone who could have broken it. Earlier, Amit Shah had tried, but he didn't succeed. Modi ji, with his deep associations with the Ramakrishna Mission, etc., and Mamata Banerjee's own verbal assault on the entire saffron fraternity, whether it's Ramakrishna Mission, the Bharat ISKCON, etc. You know, these are people who things has created a deep unease, and that unease was sought to be exploited by the Prime Minister. Now, this is a very difficult seat in Kolkata North. I think everybody's keeping their fingers crossed in the BJP. But all that can be said at this particular point is that today the BJP has given a fight, has thrown open a challenge to the Trinamool, a challenge which the Trinamool has never experienced before this.
Tausif Khan, before we bring in Zafar Islam. If the BJP makes inroads in these 10 seats, that will be a huge headache for the Trinamool going forward.
No, there is no question of BJP making any inroad. As at least admitted by Mr. Das Gupta, that Amit Shah failed to woo the voters of Bengal, and he is hoping that perhaps Mr. Modi will be able to achieve that. However, whenever we talk about M in Bengal, it is the Mamata Banerjee and it is the Mahila vote. That is what counts in all Bengal. It has in all elections in the past recently, in the recent years, it has always been Mahila vote, which is which is always taken for granted that they are going to vote for Mamata Banerjee, and there are various reasons for that. Not only that, the Mamata Banerjee is the only chief minister in the country who's a woman, being a woman, that she appeals the women voters in Bengal. But the Bengal government runs various schemes like Rupashri program, where family is given financial aid at the time of marriage, then Kanya Shri program, then Lakshmi Bhandar. So it's because of these welfare schemes that Mamata Banerjee has cemented her position in Bengal politics, that at least the women voters are not going anywhere. So whether when Mr. Amit Shah, the supposed number 2, came and failed to woo the women voter, I don't know for which schemes did Mr. Narendra Modi offer to West Bengal to lure the voters of Bengal, the Mahila voters?
What happens is it is good to infer, but it is incorrect and it is unfair to misquote. What Swapan Das Gupta spoke about was that there was a cultural misalignment, and that cultural alignment has been shot over or has been creased out. That little bit of a crease has been done by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and nobody could have done it like the way Prime Minister Narendra Modi does. This entire Bhoiragoto aspect of it is no longer applicable. Who is Ram? Ram bahar ke hain, Jai Shri Ram. That was what was all witnessed in 2019. But 2024 is a different scenario. Zafar Islam, how would you respond to Tausif saying that nothing, Mahila is not going to vote for PM Modi? The BJP is not going to gain or do better than the last time in 2019.
There is no question of if or but or and. BJP has already made inroads in Bengal, deep inroads. And when people are talking about BJP, they know that BJP is going to win at least 32 seats in West Bengal. And the Honorable Prime Minister has very candidly stated today in one of his speeches that one state which will really outperform the rest is West Bengal. There are many states where we have already reached the saturation point, like 100% seats we are getting. But there are states where we are improving our performance, we are progressing very well. And West Bengal will be the most performing state for Bharatiya Janata Party in 2024. Minimum 32 seats, and if 80 to 90% seats we get, we will not be surprised, because there's a lot of expectations of the youth expecting from the government, and it is only the Honorable Prime Minister can deliver it, and they know that Mamata cannot deliver it. Mamata is not a good chief minister who has never worked for the welfare of the people or for the progress or the development of the state, but she has always prioritized to divide the society just to stay in power and let her nephew do the corruption and all her ministers do the corruption. All this thing has been done in last several years, but today if you ask a man on the street, he will say that we want to vote for Modi because we want development in West Bengal, we want global companies to invest in West Bengal, we want to secure the future of next generation, we want the state of Bengal should progress, and that can happen if it's led by Bharatiya Janata Party and the Honorable Prime Minister in the center and somebody in the state as a chief minister.
Would you agree with his inference?
Will definitely drive
in 2014, 2019, it was Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, it was nationalism. And it was also, of course, the Matua factor when CAA was being spoken about, and there was a promise.